Sean Corey Carter was born in the Brooklyn borough of New York City on December 4, 1969. He was raised in Mercy Houses, a housing project in Brooklyn's Bedford-Stuyvesant neighborhood. After their father, Andis Reeves, abandoned the family, Jay Z and his three siblings were raised by their mother, Gloria Carter. He attended Eli Whitney High School in Brooklyn until it closed its doors. He then transferred to nearby George Westinghouse Career and Technical Education High School with rappers the Notorious B.I.G. and Busta Rhymes, followed by a stint at Trenton Central High School in Trenton, New Jersey, though he did not graduate. According to his interviews and lyrics, he sold illicit substances and was shot at 3 times during this period. According to his mother, Jay Z used to wake up his siblings at night banging out drum patterns on the kitchen table. She bought him a boombox for his birthday, which sparked his interest in music, and he began freestyling and writing lyrics. Around his neighborhood, he was known as Jazzy, and later he adopted the stage name Jay Z in homage to his mentor Jaz-O. Jay-Z's first official rap single was called In My Lifetime, and the song was accompanied by a music video released in 1995. 3 years later, Jay-Z released Volume 2, Hard Knock Life, which spawned the biggest hit of his career at the time of the same name. He relied more on flow and wordplay, and he continued with his penchant for mining beats from the popular producers of the day such as Swizz Beatz, an upstart in-house producer for Rough Riders and Timbaland. Volume 2 would eventually become Jay-Z's most commercially successful album. It was certified 5 times platinum in the United States and has, to date, sold over 5 million copies. The album went on to win a Grammy Award, although Jay Z boycotted the ceremony, protesting DMX's failure to garner a Grammy nomination. In 1999, Z collaborated with Mariah Carey on Heartbreaker, a song from her 7th album, Rainbow. The song became Jay Z's first chart topper in the US, spending 2 weeks atop the Billboard Hot 100. In the same year, he released Volume 3, Life and Times of S. Carter. The album proved successful and sold over 3 million copies. Its most successful single was Big Pimpin', featuring UGK. In the year 2000, Jay Z released The Dynasty Rock La Familia, an album originally conceived as a compilation for Rockefeller artists, but Def Jam turned into a Jay Z album. The release helped to introduce newcomer producers The Neptunes, Just Blaze, Kanye West, and Bink. This is also the first album where Jay Z utilizes a more soulful sound than his previous ones. The Dynasty sold over 2 million units in the US alone. On September 11, 2001, Jay Z released his 6th studio album, The Blueprint, which received a coveted 5-mic review from hip-hop magazine The Source. The album was written in only 2 days and sold more than 427,000 copies, debuted at #1 on the Billboard 200, and reached 2 times platinum status in the US. It was lauded for its balance of mainstream and hardcore rap. As of February 2012, the album had sold 2.7 million copies worldwide. In 2019, The Blueprint was selected by the Library of Congress for preservation in the National Recording Registry for being, quote, culturally, historically, and aesthetically significant. Jay-Z's next solo album was a double album called The Blueprint 2, The Gift and the Curse, released in 2002. The album debuted on the Billboard 200 at #1, selling over 3 million units in the US alone. It spawned 2 massive hit singles, Excuse Me Miss and 03 Bonnie and Clyde, which features Jay-Z's then-girlfriend Beyoncé Knowles. After his visit to the south of France, Z announced work on his 8th studio album, The Black Album, at the opening of the 4040 Club. The Black Album has sold more than 3 million copies in the US. On November 25, 2003, Jay Z held a concert billed as a retirement party at Madison Square Garden in New York City, which would later be the focus of his film Fade to Black. All proceeds went to charity. While Jay Z has attested to a retirement from making new studio albums, various side projects and appearances soon followed. Included in these were a greatest hits record, as well as the release and tour of Unfinished Business, the second collaborative album between Jay Z and R. Kelly. In 2004, Z collaborated with rock group Linkin Park. The album's only single, Numb Encore, went on to win a Grammy for Best Rap Song Collaboration and was performed with Linkin Park live at the Grammys, with a special appearance by Paul McCartney, who added verses from the song Yesterday. The EP sold over 1 million copies in the US. Later in 2004, Jay Z was named president of Def Jam Records, which led to him, Dash, and Biggs selling their remaining interests in Rockefeller Records, and Jay Z taking control of both companies. Reportedly, this major industry move was promoted by disagreements between Jay Z and Dash as to what direction Rockefeller could undertake. The publicized split between Jay Z, Dash, and Biggs led to the former partners sending jabs at each other in interviews. On October 27, 2005, Jay Z headlined New York's Power 105.1 annual concert, Powerhouse. The concert was entitled the I Declare War concert, leading to intense speculation in the weeks preceding the event on whom exactly Jay Z would declare war. As he had previously declared war on other artists taking lyrical shots at him at other events, many believed that Powerhouse show would represent an all-out assault by Jay Z upon his rivals. The theme of the concert was Jay Z's position as president and CEO of Def Jam, complete with an onstage mock-up of the Oval Office. At the conclusion of the concert, Z put many arguments to rest to the surprise of hip-hop fans. The most significant development in the show was closure to the infamous hip-hop rivalry between Jay Z and Nas. The two former rivals shook hands and shared the stage together to perform Jay Z's Dead Presidents, blended with Nas' song The World Is Ours. Jay Z later returned with his comeback album on November 21, 2006, titled Kingdom Come. His comeback single, Show Me What You Got, was leaked on the internet in early October 2006, scheduled to be released later that month. Received heavy airplay after its leak, causing the FBI to step in and investigate. The first week saw 680,000 sales of the CD, which Entertainment Weekly said was, quote, the highest single week total in Jay's decade-long career. This album has sold 2 million copies in the United States. Jay Z released his 10th album entitled American Gangster on November 6, 2007. After viewing the Ridley Scott film of the same name, Z was heavily inspired to create a new concept album that depicts his experiences as a street hustler. The album is not the film's official soundtrack, although it was distributed by Def Jam. Said album sold 1 million copies in the US. On January 1, 2008, Jay Z resigned as the president of Def Jam. On May 21st the following year, he announced he would be parting ways with Def Jam and struck a multi-million-dollar deal to sign with Live Nation, with whom he would start his Rock Nation imprint, which would serve as a record label, talent management agency, and music publishing company. He also partnered with production team Stargate to start a record label called Star Rock. Jay Z's 11th studio album, The Blueprint 3, was originally to be released on September 11, 2009, but was instead released in North America on September 8th, due to increasing anticipation. Its international release followed on September 14th. The Blueprint 3 is his 11th album to reach number 1 on the Billboard 200 and has surpassed Elvis Presley's previous record, making him the current solo artist record holder. During the 5th game of the 2013 NBA Finals, Jay Z announced his 12th studio album, Magna Carta Holy Grail, which was released on July 4th that year. Not long after, Jay Z confirmed that the hyphen in his stage name would be left out and officially stylized in all capital letters. Magna Carta Holy Grail debuted at number 1 on the Billboard 200 and sold 528,000 copies in its first week, which bypassed its predicted debut in the range of 350,000 to 400,000. In December 2013, it was announced that Jay Z had received 9 nominations at the 2014 Grammy Awards, more than any other artist. In early June 2017, posters were displayed in New York City and Los Angeles, as well as banner ads on the internet promoting a project titled 444. The album was released through Rock Nation and Universal Music Group as an exclusive to Sprint and Norwegian subscription-based platform Tidal. The album received widespread acclaim from critics, who praised its emotional and personal content. On July 5th, the album was certified platinum by the RIAA in recognition of 1 million copies purchased by Sprint and offered to customers as free downloads. It debuted at number 1 on the US Billboard 200, making it Jay Z's 13th consecutive studio album to top the chart. The album spawned 2 singles, the title track 444 and Bam. It received a Grammy Award nomination for Album of the Year, while the title track was nominated for Song of the Year and The Story of OJ was nominated for Record of the Year at the 60th Annual Grammy Awards. Jay Z's relationship with fellow singer Beyoncé has been widely publicized. They kept a low profile while dating and were married on April 4, 2008. Their relationship became a matter of public record on April 22nd that same year, but Beyoncé did not publicly debut her $5 million Lorian Schwartz designer wedding ring until the Fashion Rocks concert on September 5th. The couple generally avoids discussing their relationship, and Beyoncé has stated her belief that this has helped them, while Jay Z agreed in a People article that they do not, quote, play with their relationship. The two of them were listed as the most powerful couple for Time magazine's 100 Most Influential People of 2006. In January 2009, Forbes ranked them as Hollywood's top earning couple, with a combined total of $162 million. They made it to the top of the list the following year, with a combined total of $122 million between June 2008 and June 2009. At the 2011 MTV Video Music Awards, Beyoncé revealed that she was pregnant with their first child. Their daughter Blue Ivy was born at New York's Lenox Hill Hospital on January 7, 2012. Jay Z subsequently released Glory, a song dedicated to their child, through his website on January 9, 2012. Because Blue's cries were included at the end of the song and she was officially credited on the song as BIC, she became the youngest person ever, at 2 days old, to appear on a Billboard chart when Glory debuted at number 74 on Hot R&B and Hip Hop Songs. On June 18, 2017, Beyoncé's father, Matthew Knowles, confirmed that she and Jay Z had welcomed twins, a daughter named Rumi and a son named Sir. The couple purchased a 7-bedroom mansion on Indian Creek Island in Miami for $8 million, then sold the property in 2010 for $9.3 million. Jay Z himself owns a $10 million apartment in NYC, which he bought before starting the relationship for $6.85 million. The couple now resides in an $88 million 30,000 square foot mansion in Bel Air, California. According to public records, they took out a $52 million mortgage when they bought the house. Using the mortgage rates that were available at the time, they are likely paying at least $250,000 per month on their mortgage. The property has been reported to have a full basketball court, 2 acres of land, a 15-car garage, media room, multiple pools, and bulletproof windows. Totaling all of Jay Z's musical profits and other entrepreneurial ventures, as of 2021, his net worth is estimated at $1.3 billion.